What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. I feel like I had them Tyrone Biggums lips. I was ashy. You see the thumbnail. Black men don't matter to Black Lives Matter. So Mike Brown's father basically said, if y'all making $90 million last year, you owe me 20, and for the organizations that he represents. And here's the thing: Black Lives Matter, and this is why people had an issue with it. Initially, there was a lot of guys in Black Lives Matter. The one that's part, especially with Ferguson. That's why Mike Brown's father is so significant in this, and Mike Brown is so significant in this because it really kicked off in Ferguson. I think like 4, 5, or 6 of those guys are dead, right? And then Black Lives Matter as an organization, it's quote unquote founders now, like 3 ladies, and you got to remember though they had a first mission statement that was really anti-man, anti-heterosexual man, anti-black family. So you got a movement using black men's deaths as a movement, and you're collecting money on these black men's deaths, but you're anti-man as a group. And now, the mission statement is a little bit different, basically saying, we got to get away from black nationalism also. So we got to stop being so black-centered, and we need to focus on, LGBT issues and immigrant issues and women's issues. And it's like, oh, okay. So what have y'all been doing with this money? Because I'm going to tell you what's going on. And if you notice, it seems like a lot of the men who participated in Black Lives Matter, who are alive, they have their own thing different from Black Lives Matter, because I'm guessing all of them see that they're not going to do anything. Now, with this nonprofit hustle, and it is a hustle because I think Black Lives Matter as an organization kind of got on the books like 2019, I believe. So you really black. Yeah, the hashtag was 2012. So you could say the movement kind of sparked off in 2015 as far as like an organization, the decentralized thing or whatever. So you've been collecting money since then. And you mean to tell me you broke all, the most y'all gave Mike Brown's father was $500? And not to mention, Tamir Rice's mother didn't say nothing because she wasn't with it from the beginning either. So let me reverse this. So let's say Black Lives Matter was 3 men who started an organization off of Breonna Taylor, Rekia Boyd, Sandra Bland. We used those 3. And then their mission statement was what you would call it was misogynistic or misogynoir. And then at the same time, they reformed the mission statement to say this is not about the black community, really. We got to do other things, and we got to help other groups like men, like, immigrants, even the gay community or whatever, right? It'll be very insulting to black women, but obviously these sisters don't look at it as insulting. And the founding women just somehow just either wound up dead or they wound up starting out their own women's organization. And these guys have been collecting money, and Sandra Bland's mother gets $500. Now, the leadership aspect of it is, what are these ladies doing for the community? Because I left out funding the get your booty to the poll thing. So let's flip this. And if they're having guys stripping, for the election, get your Johnson to the poll, get your Johnson to the poll. Like, so this is what we doing. This is what we doing. So of course, they come off as nothing more. They're just as quote unquote racist as white folks, because you're using predominantly black boys and black men's deaths so you can make money and then act like you befriending their families. And you're getting money from organizations, you're getting money from uh, athletes, entertainers, celebrities, corporations, and and you said you donated a third of it. And people don't realize, a third. Is it a third or 25? A quarter of it? Because a third would be 30 million. A quarter would be what? 22.5. But the founders, the three female founders, somehow are millionaires. So you mean to tell me, out of this situation, the only people that are millionaires is the female founders and the white cop that killed Mike Brown, because they basically GoFunded that man to a millionaire. But the family of Mike Brown got $500. And this is what we talk about with leadership in the community. And to be perfectly honest, I'm thinking they funneling that money into the LGBT agenda, into women's empowerment, and also into probably immigrant organizations, or the ACLU. I forgot what I think the ACLU is Hispanics, the ACLU, and probably white women's organizations also. And it's like, oh, okay, this is what we doing. And because it was done through Act Blue, which is kind of ridiculous, in the Democratic Party. So on top of that, how is this helping the black community? What are y'all doing with all these funds to help the black community? And I didn't mention the NFL, because it wasn't y'all supposed to do a social warrior agenda. You're supposed to match the money. See all of this, all of these resources are coming in the community with this this fake activism. But you see no, the community's not getting better. You don't see businesses in the community. You don't see scholarships in the community. I gave out $1,000 to 300 people. Wow, interesting. That's it. That's it. So nothing substantive, nothing no brick and mortar, no business that employs people, nothing that makes sure people are good. It's all of this fake social justice warrior thing. Well, I gave you $200 and I disappeared, but I'm a millionaire. But this is what we talking about empowerment is. So we'll see. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. I'll catch y'all on the next one, because it's BS. Peace.